Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. Guys, I am not very adept at YouTube. So I don't know if I'm live or if this is scheduled as it's intended to be. But either way, regardless, we'll make it work. This is the daily reading. I didn't do my intro. Greetings, love of fear here. Choices. It's all about the choices. We see how well I'm doing this. So this is for Thursday, October 22nd, 2020. These are the dailies. We're look at the overall energy, most immediate, past, present, likely outcome, immediate outcome, and the most likely overall outcome. This is for Capricorn through Gemini, and then we do one for Cancer through Sagittarius. I break it up into two parts for upload purposes, and because I do tend to go deep, so it's also fine. So for Thursday, October 22nd, 2020, Capricorn, what is your overall energy for Thursday, 2020? I do not clarify in these. What is the most immediate past energy relevant for Capricorn for Thursday, 2020? Well, you weren't very undecisive about that. And for me, they're just a little overpowering. Present energy for Capricorn, Thursday, October 22nd for Capricorn, present energy. Present energy for Thursday. Most likely outcome for Thursday for Capricorn for the 22nd. And most likely overall outcome for this situation for Capricorn. Ooh. Alrighty. Let's see if that's relevant. Alright, Capricorn, obviously your overall energy, you're in your power work would be you're connecting with the fire energy with Leo. We'll find out. Knight of Cups. Man, there's a lot of... Ooh. Capricorn, you are not in a great place Thursday. Manipulation. And you guys had such a great love reading. You got some majors here. Capricorn, I'm not... Past energy is withholding. A lot of times I'll see a Knight of Cups in a situation like this as giving love to yourself. In your energy, I'm feeling like what I'm getting is a withholding. refraining. It's a very stubborn, stiff kind of energy, which may be the reason for the Strength card. It may be more like you're seeing yourself as being powerful because you are in, you believe you are in control of things. You know, she's kind of got control of the line here. And I feel like this is like a manipulative kind of control. So this is definitely a different group than what was in the love reading. And here's the manipulation showing up again. And I feel like the feeling is that you are trying to manipulate someone else. Maybe another earth energy. Capricorn. Or you're trying to get material gain. Yeah, although that would still be manipulation from a situation or a person. I do feel like it's a person. It's somebody who is otherwise independent, and you're seeing them as kind of a cash cow. And for whatever collective of Capricorn, you're trying to get them out of it. Trying to manipulate somebody out of their wealth or independence. And I feel like this was one of those manipulation tactics. Star card is usually about destiny, wish fulfillment, dreams come true. I don't know that you have any. Other than this very ego-based material world control. It's like all in the, it's like you're a hustler, gambler. And your entire purpose is this material gain. Like that's what you're good at. That's what you believe you're good at. You have control over these types of situations. You know how to manipulate and create environments and contexts in which you can manipulate your way into wealth. And it might be that your position, that I may be pulling for some people that are professional gamblers. And there's a desire to win, to take this from someone else by using these tactics. And you're good at it. You've had success at this. But what I think I'm showing here is that you are not going to have success this time. That divine intervention is going to come in and make sure you don't. And this is going to leave you in a position to feel kind of stuck in the past. You know, there's a reason for this confidence. You know, that streak may be over. Whatever it is you're manipulating, whatever it is that you are working here, there's not really any emotional attachment to anything. There's just this, there's really just this, and wanting to be in charge of it. So with this not working out and kind of reminiscing about what was, and there could be a person that comes in and, you know, maybe there was something before all of this. No, that's not the energy I'm getting. I had some hope there for this particular collective of Capricorn, but it's not. That could be an interpretation. It's not the energy. The energy is that you're just kind of stuck in this, you know, historically, you got what you wanted. And this, I feel like this is going to be just the beginning of the end of this trend. With this many major arcanas, I feel like the universe is getting ready to come in and say, you know what, this isn't okay. This isn't cool. This is not the way to be. And is gearing up to give you some different guidance, Capricorn. So you might want to just go ahead and release whatever it is that you've got going on. You know, maybe it was very lucrative. Maybe it's even legitimate. Like I said, there are professional gamblers, you know, poker players and whatnot. So I'm not even saying it's necessarily anything nefarious. And it looks like it may be gearing up that your time is about done, regardless of what it is that you're doing. So you may want to start looking into some other options for yourself. You know, because especially right now, it can take a while to decide to do something else. So I hope that helps, Capricorn. You know, if this is a legitimate industry, like you're a professional gambler or something along those lines, where it's not a nefarious thing, it is a skill-based and lucrative type of industry. You could be a race car driver for all I know. You know, which is a form of gambling. It's betting on the fact that you're going to win the race. You know, and these things have their time in our lives. So just kind of look at some other things that are valuable and important to you. All right. Aquarius, you're up. Time for the countdown, Aquas. Aquarius, let's see how you're doing. Overall energy, Aquarius. And it kind of looks like there's somebody watching live, and if you are, the chat space is over there, so I cannot read it. The font is, you know, about the size of an inch one, so I will have to reply in text if there is somebody watching. All right, Aquarius. Overall energy for Thursday, October 22nd. Because I am YouTube illiterate, and I'm lucky that I have gotten as far as I have. Not doing so well with today's Cancer through Sagittarius. technology is not being my friend. Most immediate past for Aquarius. Wow. Present energy for Aquarius. I have a feeling someone I know might be in this collective. Most likely outcome for Aquarius, please. And overall outcome for Aquarius, please. Overall outcome in this situation. Aquarius. No. It's 2 readings in a row. No. That's an oops on the part of my hands. Alright. That seems a little more energetically appropriate. Alright, Aquarius. Sideways for me, a lot of readers don't do sideways. I do, because for me, especially in these, that's transitional energy, something undecided, debated, waffling, there may be a block. It could be a matter of free will, which is one of the reasons I do these types of readings, to provide the option of choice. So, overall energy, Aquarius, 3 of Cups, sideways. Three of Cups can be third party, or it can be reconciliation, it can be celebration. In this case, what I'm feeling is reconciliation. It's fading. It's like the energy of a desire for a reconciliation, but it's not a very strong energy right now. And it may be due to the 2 of Cups. So clearly an end of some type, most likely love relationship or love connection. It could be with the self. It could be, conflict within. We'll see. I do feel like it's more connection based than within. Stagnation. No movement. Which is exactly what it's supposed to be. Of course, there's no movement here, which would also explain this. I think you may not quite accept it yet. Because there's this desire. You have this 2 of Cups in reverse. This has already taken place. This is the most recent past that's relevant. So this has already taken place. And it's this, you're still in this space of wanting to bring that back. But you're also moving into the realization, understanding it's not going to happen, but there's a struggle to accept that it's not going to happen. And it may be the energy that you are bringing to it, which would then bring in something like a High Priestess. High Priestess is all about the inner self, intuition, the divine guidance, our connection with the divine. We don't get everything, all the information about any given situation or circumstances all at once. We don't get all the answers. We get it when we need it, when we're intended to have it. So this lack of movement is an opportunity to connect with your intuition, with your higher self, with the divine. There may be a message there. There may be work that needs to be done. But whatever it is, there's definitely intervention going on. Most immediate likely outcome, Page of Swords in reverse. Letting go of control. You didn't have much anyway. Page. I feel like once you move into this energy, this is going to turn all the way around to show that no reconciliation is going to occur in this framework here, and that there's an acceptance of that, and there's an acceptance that it is divinely guided for whatever reason, regardless of whether or not you know what that reason is. This is like to me, this is like a surrendering energy, surrendering to the divine and what is intended. That's what I'm getting off of here. That, and it might take a little while, because letting go of this, and letting go of this hope, it's hard, Nobody's going to fault you for this taking a while. Most likely overall outcome is undecided. King of Pentacles, sideways, which speaks of a father figure, of someone who's very stable, well off, well balanced, teacher, even-headed level, just all around good guy, firm, but patient. He's not impulsive, he doesn't make rash decisions. This isn't a fire energy here. This isn't earth energy. Aquarius. And it is sideways. So it's going to be based on, this next step and which way you let your energy turn in this hope of reconciliation. If you allow the divine to do what is for you, and this King of Pentacles will be upright. If you choose to resist, then we have somebody that's pretty selfish, impatient, whether or not he's impulsive, gets angry pretty easily, low level of frustration, really just kind of that dickish sort of person that you don't want to be around. Pretty toxic, not necessarily abusive, could be, so, and just not real stable, just not, something you don't necessarily even want to be friends with, that kind of energy. So, allow is basically the message from the universe. There's guidance, there's support here, and this is not going anywhere right now, because there's other things for you right now. So, the guidance is to allow that surrender so that you can move into the next phase and actually allow yourself to become this King of Pentacles upright. So, Aquarius, I hope that helps. Definitely not going to make the situation any easier. There's love here, but it's not the right time. So you've got other things to do that the divine has in store for you, whether it's healing, ascension, didn't tell you. You all have a different set of experiences. You know what they are. So you know your situation specifically. But hopefully that helps move through. All right, Pisces. My fishies. Wiggle. And I really, man, this whole Mercury's killing me with these videos and uploads and everything. It's just going wrong. As far as, getting things to cooperate. Cancer through Sagittarius is done. It's been done. Just put it up. All right. Fishies. Overall energy for Thursday. Wow. Alrighty then. Most recent past energy for the Pisces, Thursday, October 22nd, 2022. Thank you. Oh, that's snow. Wow. All right, Pisces, guess you are dealing with an air energy, or it is very strong in your chart. Present energy for Pisces, Thursday. Yeah, it looks like you're dealing with an air energy. Most likely outcome, immediate outcome for and overall outcome for this situation. Oh, this is not good, my friends. Oh, here we go. All right, so obviously you've got somebody in your energy hardcore, Pisces, because you're a water energy and you've got a whole lot of swords and pentacles. Well, two pentacles, but a lot of swords and most likely with this Ace of Swords, most likely Libra. It doesn't have to be. Recently, it's got very strongly in their chart, or they are just carrying that energy, but this is not good. This is somebody that is very sharp. They're very decisive. They're very precise. They know what they are going to do next. This is like the cutthroat chess player. Now, the Queen of Swords upright is not mean, is not cool, unlike reversed. But she don't play with her words, and she don't play with her mind. She's going to let you know exactly what she's thinking all the time without any hesitation, emotion. They're there, but she operates from the mind space, from the thoughts, from the decisions. So, and the most recent immediate past, most relevant immediate past, there was supposed to be some kind of truth that came out, some kind of realization, understanding, something to clarify things, something that made things make sense for you. If you hear a bunch of background noise, that would be my son, and he does not know that I'm alive. And it may be because, this person would be very blunt and honest and truthful, at least as they perceive it. But there's a feeling that there's lies here. Now, whether you lied to them, they lied to you. I kind of am getting that they lied to you because your present energy is feeling betrayed. Or it may be that they told you a truth that was very, very harsh. But it was based on a perception that they have. Rather than an objective truth. Whatever it is, it's caused you a lot of pain. It's caused you to feel like they don't care one bit about you. That's the energy, like, F you, you don't care about me, you suck, I hate you. It's that kind of, and I am feeling so much resentment in this card. It's not just betrayal, it is resentment, big time, for whatever happened here. And you're not just hurt, you're furious. There's anger in here. Which, Pisces, being a water sign, that makes sense. Because more emotion. So, yeah, there's a lot of complex negative feelings about this situation. And obviously you're going to feel abandoned. Because this person clearly was in some way either dishonest or brutal to the point that it was intended to cause pain. It was intended, or at least you believe, to stab you in the back and to cause you hurt. And it did. And there's anger, fury, rage. And of course, once the emotions start to settle down as far as the anger, then there's this feeling of being abandoned. But you're not going to put any effort back into this. This is a done deal as far as you're concerned. And that's actually a good thing, Pisces. I'm really glad to see this. Because this person here, this energy here, whoever this is, yeah, good riddance to them for you. I don't know what their issue is to feel like this is the way to get through it. And for all I know, maybe there was something, maybe this has been something that's been in play for a long, long time. Maybe there is in some way you triggered each other and this is what their triggered energy looks like. Maybe they feel completely justified. Maybe there are things that you engaged in, behaviors that you engaged in, Pisces, that were just as bad. You made them feel like this. We usually don't get a situation like this unless there's some sort of karmic energy that we are paying off. Now, let me say for the record, we use the word karma, karmic connection, karmic partner all the time. And it kind of has a negative connotation. It isn't. It's just energy. All karma is a boomerang energy. That's it. So if this is energy that you put out towards, it's going to come back. Does that make the other person then even though we are only seeing this person, this situation from this perspective right now, what happened 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago? So Pisces, I'm not going to say boo-hoo, you're the victim, because we don't know. You know, maybe there was something you did that caused them. And now I'm not saying that you're at fault or they're at fault. I'm saying that when we are in certain energies ourselves, when we are too far away from healing what is within us, and I'm going to keep repeating this, what is within is going to show up externally. So one of the things that's an unknown here is how far back does this situation go? And is this a karmic return of energy for Pisces? We don't know. So, you know, I say good riddance to this person because of what we are seeing now. Obviously, they are not healthy for Pisces, and Pisces is clearly not healthy for them because these things don't typically just come out of the blue. They can, but then that means there's somebody that really, really genuinely needs some help. They're in really bad shape. Doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. Might look like it on the outside. If we don't know what's really going on the inside, if we don't really know, you know, some structural, you know, issue in the brain, with the brain, with the formation of the brain, if it's, you know, what if they're developing a brain tumor or a blood clot or, you know, we just don't know. We never really know. I don't know how psychic you are. I'm pretty damn psychic. I would still not assume I know what's going on for someone in that kind of way. You know, other than there's something going on. I have people very close to me, sure. You know, and I'll get information and messages about people I don't know, I've never seen before. I don't know their entire story. I get what's relevant and important for them to know right now. You know, even if it's about their future, sometimes even about their past. If you don't know their whole story and their whole experiences, I have no way to know what their perspective is. I have no way to know what filters and what lenses they're looking through. So I hope that helps gain some clarity, and it brings to the table compassion, genuine, real compassion, and that's important, especially right now. All right, enough of that. On to Aries. Aries, Mars, War. Hopefully, is the second part of this come out for Aries, War, and Peace. But we shall see. Maybe Mars retrograde favors its zodiac children. Doesn't really look like it. But we'll see what Thursday brings. Shall we? October 22nd, 2020. Overall energy for Aries, please. Be good to your children, Mars. All right. Most immediate past energy for Aries. Illustration, most immediate past energy that's relevant for Aries. Most immediate. Thank you. Wow. Present energy for, wow. I always forget. Okay, so these are both Rider-Waite decks. Not both, but this is a Rider-Waite deck. It's the black and gold. And then there's traditional Rider-Waite deck. It's the exact same deck. It's just one is in, you know, your basic color. And these are, you know, aluminum foiled etched kind of print. but they behave extremely different. Wow, didn't even get to ask. Ooh, that makes me want to clarify, but I'm not gonna. Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords. Yeah, that's the 8 ones in reverse, which means nothing. Alright, let's find out what ends up getting you stuck, Aries. Patience, divine timing, waiting. So this may actually be a good thing. And not just stagnant waiting. This is a time that the divine has set up for you for a reason. And it's space that the universe is creating in order for you to do something that's needed for your highest and greatest good. So you are being, for this particular collective, you are being guarded and protected. You are being loved. Space is being held for you for a reason. Most immediate past energy, Queen of Cups, sideways. And I come back to this. I always come back to the sideways cards. It just tells me more about the reason that it's sideways. Present energy. Being offered love by the divine. And I was like, no, that's not the one I want. I want something else. I have 3. And none of them are the one I want. And yes, I understand this is like the Ace of Cups that you're bringing to me, and that's not the one I want. So you may have your sights set on a particular energy, situation, outcome. But with it sideways, this may be a situation or person that came in, and it may be that they have a great deal of emotion and love for you, Aries. You're like, yeah, that's great, you're wonderful, and you're not the one I want. And they may be waiting for you, and you're still rejecting. So, most immediate future outcome, Queen of Swords upright, which is a very decisive situation. When you have the 2 queens here. So it may get to a point where with this rejection, this very compassionate, loving, eternal, emotional, connected, intuitive person may go from the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Swords and move it. And if that's the case, if this is the same energy just in different states, then all that's left for you, Aries, is to wait. Because you've already rejected. And there's nothing right here on the other side. This is stagnancy. So instead of being in this rejective kind of energy where that's not good enough, that's not what I want, which is kind of a spoiled energy, I want what I want no matter what. So this departing of Queen of Cups into the Queen of Swords and walking away, basically. This is an opportunity for learning and growth and development. I think Temperance showed up to guide you through this. It may be that you did not choose in the way the universe intended, because we do have free will, we can reject. And now Temperance is going to stick around and make sure you do right. So until you are out of this Four of Cups energy, I have a feeling this will continue. Right here, this non-movement, nothing coming in, nothing new. And eventually you might find yourself impatient. Oh, guess who's here to help with that? Temperance. So it's going to last as long as it lasts. That's going to be dependent on you, is the message. Because you've already rejected something that was offered by the divine. And they're like, you know what? This kid's got a few more lessons under their belt they got to get. So is there something after that lesson? I don't know. Just your guides. Trust them. They may not tell you. That's where you go to find out. Taurus. Let's see how Taurus is doing for Thursday. Thursday, October 22nd, 2020. Taurus, energy Taurus, you guys have had it rough. And Taurus, some of you may want to check out Scorpio readings. There's been some crossover there. It's not going to apply to every Taurus, might not apply to any. But there is definitely some energetic crossover going on. You might just be in the same energy. Might be worth checking out for additional guidance and insight. Yeah, I'd love to know if it's helpful. I told Taurus the same thing. Check out or Scorpio. Wow. All right, Taurus, overall energy for Thursday. Give me something good, guys. You've had it rough lately. Especially in most relevant immediate past. Present energy for Taurus, October. Oh, Taurus, come on. Most immediate outcome, most immediate likely. You stayed in this energy for a while too. And overall likely outcome. That is way too many. They might all be correct. I'll take more than two, guys. Ooh. Okay, so there's some potential there. All right. And sword sideways. Undecided. Still thinking. Wanting to, but still thinking, processing, choosing. Most immediate past energy. Someone likely you, but not necessarily Taurus. Someone made some kind of decision, had some options, even though it's upright choices. Whatever choice was made, because the choice had to have been made for the Tower to come in reverse. And that's just a complete destruction of whatever this situation is pertaining to. I mean, crumbling down, no foundation. Normally I'd see like a 2 of something or an ace, something that indicated movement. 2 of Wands even, planning the next move. Nope. After this fantastic destruction of essentially life as you know it, you walk away. You're walking away. And it may be you're just trying to decide where to go. But you want the hell out of this, whatever this is. And this Tower, it may be, oh, yeah, that's what it is, all right. Yeah. Thank you, Taurus. This Tower came in, and immediately you started thinking about, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? And you do have options, which is good. But you're like, I'm not sticking around. So it may be this Tower is not even necessarily for you or about you, but it could be a situation or person that you are in connection with. And it is close enough that you're like, get me the hell out of Dodge. I do not want to be a fly on this wall at this time. And you're just trying to figure out how to navigate through that mess in order to get somewhere else. So you're still, the overall is just planning, thinking, how do I get myself out? Because it's just, I want away. I want away from this situation. And that's exactly what you're doing. Just moving away from this situation and walking away from it. Overall outcome, and balance and give and take in material goods. So maybe you live with this person. Maybe you resided with them. Maybe this was part of the energy. Obviously, it was part of the energy of the situation. But that's past. Because you're leaving, so you're putting it behind you. And moving towards potentially this. Which is giving to one situation more than another. Be careful, Taurus. This could occur with you being the giver rather than a receiver because of what you're walking away from. It may manifest as part of a defense mechanism. So just use some caution with that. And moving away from this situation has the potential to bring you great happiness and joy and peace. You just haven't figured out. Your energy is saying, I'm not real sure what I'm doing yet. I know I need away from this, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. So obviously there's some kind of healing that's going to have to go through here because this is going to be a pretty uncomfortable position. I would imagine that there's some self-doubt, some fear, some insecurities, but a lot of anger, which also comes from a place of pain. Mostly you just want to get out and move forward with your life. Just be cautious of this and not to repeat a pattern regardless of which side you're on. It doesn't matter if you're getting more or less. It doesn't matter if you are the person distributing. Balance is important. It's what we're here for. So try not to get into this energy during this whole process, Taurus. But if the collective I'm pulling from are any of those third-party people, then I'm definitely very glad to be seeing this. Eight of Cups is walking away, being done. So I hope you stay in that space for your own health, well-being, and happiness and joy and peace and abundance and all that great stuff. Because if you're staying in this kind of environment and it's our reverse, you're definitely not going to be in a great place. We all deserve to be happy. And whatever it is that's going on, you know, there's another person involved. And just keep reminding yourself. There's somebody that helps feed into that kind of energy. They've got issues of their own. You know, they've got their own thing to deal with. They're just really not ready to look at it. And if you're walking away, you really need to look at it. So, Taurus, I hope that helps and encourages you to keep doing what's best and right in your highest good. All right, twins. What kind of interesting collaborative sex / I can't talk. Well, I'm so tired. But yeah, see what kinds of intriguing energies Gemini, the twins. And what's really interesting with Gemini is you do move up to your motif, I guess. The twins connected, almost connected. No, not really. It's not like the lovers, but there is that collaborative yet contrasting, conflicted energy with you guys. It's interesting. It's complex, that's for sure. Gemini, overall energy for Thursday. Give me a second. I only know one Gemini, as far as I know. All right. Most recent relevant past in this situation. Most recent relevant past, please. 4 and different. Present energy for Gemini, please, for Tuesday, October 22nd. Looking right at him, too. All right, Gemini. Most likely overall outcome, or general outcome, immediate outcome. Yeah, let's see. Most likely overall outcome. Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. Gemini, here you are with this conflicting energy again. So, Gemini, I kind of feel like in the past, most recent past, you were obviously, at least I feel like it was you. You were very independent and stable and stubborn. Really just, this is what mattered to you. And never mind that she's got, you know, the nice gentle face with the bird and whatnot. What mattered to this collective of Gemini were all these pentacles. Was this gown? Was this ability to have her hair done up? and have this fancy hat and this private garden to go walking around. That's the energy this time that I feel like was important to the twinsies. And there's no interest to change anything about this situation anyway. Five of Swords. That is a conflict card. I think you're looking back at either your prior self. I'm pretty sure, even though it's not the Lover's card, I'm pretty sure this is at least one energetic aspect of Gemini in this context. I don't feel like it's another person, but it could be. So whatever the case is, there's a looking back and reflecting, and this need to take pride in something. So it's almost like, oh, self-sabotage. Wow. Yeah. You're looking back on, hey, that was awesome. I need more of that. But you sabotaged this position, and part of that sabotage was this hangman energy in reverse. I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not going to look at things any differently. I'm going to stay exactly who I am. I think you're starting to see that is not actually having to work. But that attendance to the past, you're having a hard time moving forward. Most immediate past, likely past, you do end up moving forward, which gives you a sense of freedom and victory. And thank goodness I got through that. Now I have to figure out what I'm doing next. But you did get out of this very soon. This was a pretty toxic energy for you guys, twins. This was not a good place for you guys to be. So it's very good that you're moving away from that. Unfortunately, you're moving towards more instability, unhappiness, stillness. I don't really get a stagnant energy, like just something that hasn't moved in too long, so it starts to stink kind of thing. I don't see that typically in the Four of Wands reverse. I actually kind of just see the Four of Wands just kind of fall in on each other, and then you just kind of go, Yeah, so it's almost like a tower, but in the skeletal form. And it's just so this energy isn't done, it's not gone. There's gonna be more that gets added. So that this opportunity, so that this hangman in reverse currently gets turned around. So you do open your eyes, you do gain a new perspective on things about life situations. We want this Five of Swords to be in reverse and next to, not on top of. On top of basically means that they have a connection as well, or that's in play. And the Six of Wands in some decks, it shows as being a very rapid, fast movement going toward kind of energy. Very, very nice. But in a very slow, gentle, precise kind of way. This time, though, I'm feeling like there's not much excitement about it. You're going through the motions. there's a victory because you did get through this, but it's just like, so what? You know, it's not that you're not in any way, shape, or form attached to the past, but I also don't think you're really getting much out of it. I don't think you're getting your lessons. There's kind of a sense of relief when it shows up for you, but there's just kind of this, I got through it. Next. So many of you guys know what I'm picking up. And then this Four of Wands again, to me, in this particular case, you've got the 4 and the 6, which would leave 2, which would imply planning your next move. This might even be a happy occurrence, possibly 2. I do not feel like this really does carry more of a small tower kind of energy for you guys. So, I would use this time, like everyone else, to do that inner work, to get out of this energy in the way that it's showing up, energetically speaking. Get the same man turn around upright. Well, he's always in reverse. And things will start to eventually smooth out, and you'll start to notice some new things that help you move and to stay on track and get that 4 of Wands to the ground for you, for your greatest happiness, health, wish fulfillment, desires. Alrighty. Gemini, I hope that helps you move forward and start working towards that happiness and that stability and that love under that 4 of Wands. And that concludes Thursday's readings for Tuesday, October 22nd, for Capricorn through Leo. And now I get to figure out what to do next because I am not a YouTube genius. Okay, end of stream. Hopefully that does it. See ya. And sure you want to end your stream.